ain't gonna lie, I have no idea how to start off a video anymore. But basically, a few months back, I saw one of the YouTubers on this platform make a video about meatloaf creation. That YouTuber was Nivison, and after watching the video, something felt empty in me. It was my stomach. Because it looked kind of good. The meatloaf looked kind of good. So I decided to allow my girlfriend to pay for not only the entirety of the ingredients for the meatloaf, but also the t-shirt microphone you see me using in this review, if you will. So I recorded the video first of all in March. Second of all, it was very late at night, so at some parts I am a little bit extra spicy, if you will. I'm quirky. I'm cringy for some reason. Even for my taste, I'm really cringy in some parts, but just to let you know that I am finding my own self cringy, and you're not alone, okay? I get just get Hi, so we have entered the meatloaf creation zone, as Ted likes to call it, but fuck. As I said before, I don't know if I said it before, but I'm saying it right now. We're copying the recipe off of my boy Ted. So he said that we're absolutely welcome to make the 1 million subscriber meatloaf, and that's why we're doing it right now, baby. He also said something about the meat dance, so I'm very hungry. I need some meat in my mouth hole, and let's just go. Let's test if Ted Nivison's famous meatloaf is actually any good. Oh no, it looks like I have forgot the onion. Can you please pass it to me? Ow! So these are all the... This too was needed. I needed this too. So first things first, I gotta preheat the oven, and he said 370 degrees is the magic hour of the number, but he uses Fahrenheit, and I just found that out, so I almost exploded my fucking microwave. So since it's Fahrenheit, I had to translate it to normal digits, aka Celsius, which is about 187 Celsius, so that's the magic hour of the number. So the first thing we have to do, by Ted Nivison's perfect instructions, is cut the damn onion. I guess I don't know how onions work, actually. I don't know how to cut onions. And I think I'm on a time limit because that shit is already heating. I've been peeling this thing for 7 minutes. Oh. Fuck, it reached the temperature, bro. Wow. Oh my god. I don't feel any juices in my eyes. It's just somehow... Oh no, I see the juices. I see the fucking juices on the cutting board. Why am I getting closer up, bro? I have brain damage. Oh no, that one's... Oh, I felt it. I felt the juices hitting my eyes. Oh, it's hitting again. How many waves does it have? This shit has more waves than COVID. Oh my god. How does it still have the juices to make me cry? Maybe I'm just sad. Look. I don't know why I just said look. It's really badly chopped. So the next part is the beef. But I missed the part where he said that it's beef. So this isn't beef. This is mixed meat. So if anything, this is way worse than what he has to done. Because, you know, he said that his cows were brutally raped and murdered. Did he say the first thing? Mine were actually mixed cows and pigs, and they were together, and they actually were mixed bred, and they created little cow pig babies, and then those were brutally murdered. So by Ted Nivison words, we're just gonna fucking... Feels like titties. Should have probably washed my hands before, because I did go piss in the middle of the video, but if anything, it just adds extra flavor. So I already did all the thing, but I forgot he said the legendary fist mark has to be made. So I think the meat thing actually changed a lot, because my fist kind of just went through the thing. So he said the next thing we have to do is add 2 big eggs. These are tiny, but it'll work because I'm fucking up the recipe either way. Why don't I just fuck it up even more? Oh, yeah, that was nice. Okay, by his famous words, every time you do this, I have to say the incantation death to the chicken queen. It already spilled in, and I fucked up another step of the recipe. That's fantastic. So the next step is actually to add the grape nut cereal thing. We don't have that. We searched through 2 stores. I live in a tiny little city, and they have none of that. So we had to replace it. But the thing we changed it with is Kellogg's Corn Flakes, and we're gonna fix the problem that they're so big, chunky and shit by just squishing them in your hand. That was a big voice crack, goddamn. See, I'm gonna fix the problem just like this. You just grab them in your hand, right? He just pours it all over because it's like tiny little grape nut pieces, right? But what we're gonna do is just mash it in your hand, and it works. Look, it's powder, bro. Just turn it into powder. I'm so strong, bro. This tastes bad. Mr. Nivison, I will be mad. Oh, we did it. Let's go. And now you add that shit to the mix. Baba boy. And now you just do the... Why did I moan? I had to make it weird. It's not as gross as he describes though. It's actually kind of satisfying. It's making me calm down. It felt good. Oh. It's sticking together. How does he make it into a child? I love children. It might look done now, but it's not done yet because we haven't blessed it yet. It needs a little bit of a spice, and we can't give that to him. It needs the Lord's prayer and the Lord's power. Welcome to the ceremonial blessing of the meatloaf walkthrough tutorial. In this module, you will learn how to properly bless a meatloaf for human consumption. Let's begin. We start by tossing the beefcake back and forth, promoting tenderness and emotional stability. Next, we speed up this movement, eventually converting it into a slight toss from hand to hand. This allows the meat to understand the concept of free fall and to increase meat slide as it goes down a consumer's throat. Next comes the athletics portion, solidifying muscle memory and giving the meat a competitive aftertaste. Bro, an onion just fell out of it. And what's sports without a couple of fake outs? Following this is the classic pizza spin maneuver meant to build torque. This directly leads to a higher free fall technique, involving two-handed style and single-handed style, which further builds upon the steps taken earlier in the ceremony. Final steps include me with your mom, me with your dad, the POV, you are my girlfriend, the acts of 1987, the who's been a bad boy, the titty practice. And to finalize the ceremonial lock in all previous steps, an uplifting and motivational speech must be said directly to the beefcake, as if it is sentient and has thought. We did it. We blessed the meatloaf. What we have next is the freaking sauce, bro. It is 1 a.m. I started at 11. So basically what you need is 1 cup of ketchup, 1 cup of syrup, and then to finish it off with 2 sweet ass tablespoons of mustard. And then you got the sauce, bro. Then you're done with the sauce. So now to do the testing of the taste. Shut the fuck up. And now what you have to do is just mix the both together. You don't have to take a big brain moment. You can. It's not that hard, guys. Come on, just do a little bit of. I only need half of it though. Don't pour all of it in because we need the rest for later. Don't be a dumb. Follow the instructions. So what we have next is pretty simple. Just smear it all over the pan. So what we need to do now is just poke a few holes in the meatloaf to really let the sauce do all the work it can and flow into every little piece to make this garbage thing taste way better than it actually is. So by the end it should look something like this. And after poking the holes, you just go, you know, like you would. Just pour it all over, let it sink into the loaf. When you're done smearing that juicy sauce all over the meatloaf, it is ready to be sent to the oven, which has been waiting 1 hour and 16 minutes for me to put something in it. Excellent work! You put your meatloaf in the oven. While you're waiting for your beefcake to cook, here are some fast facts about meatloaf. According to the Oxford Companion to Food, meatloaf was first mentioned in print in the United States in 1899.
Nobody knows what I did back then.
Meatloaf contains about the same amount of vitamin C as you can pull bitches. Meatloaf has been inside of more women than you ever will be.
The meatloaf knows what I did back in 1980.
I don't have that big of a clue on where I messed up, but the meatloaf kind of doesn't look that appetizing to me. Maybe I just haven't had enough meatloaf in my life, but this just looks kind of like somebody just had a massive fucking diarrhea explosion and just cooked it for an hour. This is how it looks. Does this look tasty to you? Do you partake in a little bit of diarrhea? I won't judge, just tell me. Maybe I cooked it for too long. Maybe I cooked it for too less. Maybe I should have actually used beef instead of mixed beef. But nonetheless, I have a piece right in front of me. It actually doesn't look that bad on its own. Let's see if that Nivison actually knows what he's talking about. First piece of the famous meatloaf. That is actually That's fucking good. Teddy boy, you know exactly what you were doing. If I can make this shit taste somewhat okay, I can imagine what kind of magic fucking hands you're using on those things. Because my presentation looks like ass. I didn't record it or I didn't take pictures of it, but when I took it out of the oven, there were a bunch of fucking like oil spilled all around the pan. And I thought it was completely fucked. There was also a lot of like stuff that looked like puss. You know, puss? Like someone squished it and it for some reason had an infection. But there's another thing. I could like this food just because I'm hungry as shit, you know? I haven't ate since 5. And right now it's 2:34 a.m. That's why I'm gonna keep this for a day. It's gonna probably taste worse. I'm gonna reheat it. Fuck you, I'm not gonna cook it again. And I'm going to ask my dearest friends what they think about this meatloaf. Nobody came.